All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to Real Life Prepper. My name is Roderick, formerly known as Plant-Based Homestead Prepper and Real Life Homestead Prepper, I think. Anyway, we're still in transition. So the reason I wanted to come in, I know I hadn't been in this is probably the longest stretch of time. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This has been the longest stretch of time since the pandemic started. And I wanted to come in and talk with you guys for a minute because I am going to go dark on the channel. All right, I am going to go dark on the channel, and that means I am going to not be posting. All right. Good morning, Chocolate Beauty. Good morning, Estella. Good morning, everyone. And I'll give you guys a few reasons why I'm going dark. Now, I don't know how long this is going to last. Okay, I have no clue, absolutely zero clues at all. And this could last a week. This could last 3 weeks. This could last 6 months. I have no idea. But I'm gonna tell you guys a few reasons why I am going dark. Number one, we have a lot of transition going on right now. I mean, we have so much. And for those of you who've been following, we have found our next home. And it is sitting on a beautiful plot of land, 3 acres, and just blah, blah, blah. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And with everything that's going on, I don't know how many guys have actually closed on a sale of a house. It is probably one of the most stressful events of your life. All right, especially doing it when you're doing it conventionally. You got to go out and look for the houses, and then you go visit the house, and then it's just crazy, especially in this market. And thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. I appreciate that. So that's the first thing that's going on. Number two, we're getting our house ready, to depart. So we're moving, we're packing, which is another life-changing event. When you're moving, hey, that's something else. Hey, Tara. When you're moving, you're already stressed out. You're already stressful, and it's an event. So to do both of those things at the same time, it's just stressful, and that's the bottom line. It's just stressful. And then number three, what am I on? Number three, right now with the climate, and I've noticed this every 4 years, leading up to an election, people's emotions are always like, on a scale from 1 to 10, most people at 8 and above. Now, I choose not to allow myself to get there. I used to, and I used to just be like, oh my God, this is my candidate, and I'm against this candidate. And I found myself, especially in the last election, I found myself putting way too much emphasis on somebody else's life. That's a good sermon right there. Putting too much emphasis on someone else's life. I had to let it go. I had to let it go. And whether you are for the current administration or against it, or for the incumbent or against them, hey, that's your business. I can't let your peace. Yeah, you can't let your peace be disturbed. I refuse to. I really truly refuse to. And right now with the climate, the way it is, it's almost to the point where you got to take a stand against one or the other, and we got so many topics that are going on, and people just, and I one thing I've tried to do is spread love on this channel. I've tried to spread love, and I feel like I'm losing, to be honest with you guys. It's so much hatred, and that not only is there so much hatred, there's so much undercover hatred. I was watching Grim a while ago, and I listened to what he said, and Grim, I love you to pieces, and this is not a but, there's no but coming. He said something about someone who used to be very prominent on our channel, and it brought back a bunch. This happened 6-8 months ago, and it brought back a bunch of emotions. The way that person left our channel, and haven't heard from them since. Still love them. Still, care for them and everything. And he mentioned that name, and I was like, and it just took me back 8 months or 6 months, or however long, when we had all this, and it's still going on, but we had all this racial division going on in the country. It's still happening, but it was more back then. And I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired of the divide and conquer. And a lot of us don't see, we just don't see it. You got the men against the women. You got the gays against the straights. The Christians against the non-Christians. It's always somebody against somebody else. And I'm so tired, y'all. I'm tired. I really am. I've grown weary. I'm focusing on Roderick right now. I'm focusing on moving my family, because I'm going to tell you guys this. Expect email from me in a few weeks. A good bless. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you so much, Chocolate. You are such a, you guys are wonderful. And I'm not leaving you guys. I'm taking a break. And like I said, it may be a week, it may be a month, but I need to take a step back. And I'm probably going to do some posts where just showing you guys the progress of where we are and what we're doing. I'll do some videos, but right now, the way and I've been thinking about this for a minute, probably the last 2 or 3 months. And I know y'all have noticed that I don't come in and do lives as often as I used to. I used to come in every day, and I had promised Queenie. I was like, yeah, Queenie, during the pandemic, I'm gonna do lives every day. I didn't think it would last. Well, I knew it would last this long. I just didn't know I would have to last this long, if that makes any sense to you guys. We have been focusing on the garden and fixing up the house. Yeah, I mean, that's where I am. I have got to focus on us right now, and not that I'm leaving you guys. I don't want y'all to feel like he left us high and dry. I'm still gonna be around, and those that have my number, text me. Those that have my email, When you use email so you can get my phone number so we can text back and forth. That's usually the best way of communication for me. And it's quick, it's easy. And then again, guys, I'm still working, both jobs plus building, trying to side hustle and do my business. And I'm in the process of starting a new one. And I'm talking about, I'm in the process of really getting this thing up and running. So there's just a lot going on, y'all. And plus, I'm tired. And like I said, I'm saying this now, and who knows, maybe a week from now, everything changes, and I'm like, yay, we're back on it. But as of right now, and I hope you guys understand. I truly do. I hope truly that you understand. Sometimes you just got to take a step back in order to move forward. You just have to. Now, on a lighter note, and on some good news, I happened to be in Lowe's yesterday, and it's off season for gardening, equipment. And I saw a tractor in that. Okay, let me back up. Sunday, Jennifer and I was in Lowe's. We bought some, stuff for the house, and I saw this John Deere. Oh, now, I'm gonna tell y'all, I've never really cared for John Deere, but I've been looking at these lawn tractors. I mean, this thing was huge. This thing is like the top of the line, lawn tractor or garden tractor. Who knows the difference is. But this thing is huge, and it was marked down. It was discounted from $2,000 to $1,500, and I was like, man, I want to buy this thing right now. You guys know I'm in the process of buying a house, and when you're buying a house, you need all the extra change you can doggone spare. You don't have any extra money, okay? Because you never know what's going to come up. You never know you're going to, because it's expensive. Inspection here. Another inspection there. I'm like, God, dog, how many inspections do I have to do? Pay for this, pay for that. Just, it is what it is. You got to have some money saved. So anyway, I was in Lowe's yesterday. I went back to go look at the tractor that was on clearance. It was sold already. Plus, whoever bought the tractor, they bought both of the John Deere dump carts. And I'm like, So I'm walking around, and I went outside into the gardening area for something else. Oh, I went to go look at dump trailers, because I do need one for my lawn tractor. while I was out there, I see 3 Craftsmen. I mean, I don't know if y'all have seen the Craftsmen. These things are beautiful. They're my favorite color. They're red. They're bright. They're beautiful. They're pretty. So I see 3 of them back there, and I'm like, okay, and they're on discount. Actually, they're much cheaper than the I don't want to say cheaper, but they're more cost effective than the John Deere one. So I'm looking at it, and I look at the big one because I really need a big one. This thing is huge. It's a 50-inch deck, which is huge, y'all, for a lawn tractor. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, discounted from $2,000 to like $1,100, right? I'm like, that's a substantial savings. And it had been a return because the deck was uneven and they replaced the battery. Doesn't bother me. It only had like 2.4 hours on it. And I'm learning now that, when you're buying farm equipment, well, tractors and things, the newer models, they keep up with the hours of how many hours they've been they've been using everything. Now mine at my house is so old, who knows how many hours it has. And I probably I don't know how many hours I put on it, but anyway, I digress. And plus, every now and then, mine is eating belts, and I'm constantly having to fix it. So, I've been looking at Kubotas, I've been looking at John Deere, I've been looking at, big, heavy tractors, but I've been looking at the subcompacts. So anyway, also yesterday I found a Honda Ridgeline. Jennifer wants a Honda Ridgeline, and I just happened to be passing by this mechanic shop, and I see one in the parking lot. I was like, good price. Let me go check it out. So I talked to the guy and everything. I was like, check out this truck. He opens up the door, give me the key, and it starts up the first time, but then obviously the battery is dead or it goes down. As I'm we are okay. I got that. Melanie says, "We who know you understand. I feel you about being tired. I'm tired of everything. Stuff going on. I'm burnt out. Yeah, okay. I'm glad you understand, and that's where I am right now. I just need to recharge, And sometimes you gotta take a break just so you can do that. You gotta rest yourself. And plus, guys, I'm doing everything I normally do. Plus, I'm kind of remodeling my own house at the same time. So every evening when I get home, I'm doing something, to remodel my house for the renters, because I don't want them coming in and calling me for anything. I'm fixing pretty much everything. So anyway, yeah, just got a lot going on. So I see this Ridgeline. I tell Jennifer about it, blase, and she's like, okay, let's go look at it after work, such and such. So I go, get home, I pick her up, we go look at the Ridgeline. She immediately disqualifies this truck because it has rust on the bottom. And even though the guy had told me, I really hadn't looked at it. And I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work for us. Because we've gotten to the point now we just make decisions quick. We're like, and once the decision's made, we don't even return to it. But I've been this poor girl. I was like, hey, let's go to Lowe's and look at some flooring. I was talking to my mom yesterday. She was like, yeah, I don't know if I would put carpet in the house because it's gonna be expensive, and then people really can't breathe. It's not that healthy. Blah blah blah. And I thought about it, I was like, dang, she's right. And plus the expense. So I was like, hey, let's go look at some flooring. I got another idea for flooring. So Jennifer and I was going to Lowe's. I was like, oh, and while we're there, we can go look at these lawn tractors, right? And I hadn't even thought about the tractor until I saw it, till we were going to Lowe's. So I was like, yeah, let's go check it out. And she's like, I am so sick and tired of you with these tractors. Hey, what's up, Auburn? I've been missing you, brother. Good to see you, man. So she's like, let's just go look at it first. And I was like, no, we came here to look at floors. And by that time she kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But we pick with each other like that anyway. So we go look at the floor and we figure out what we're gonna do. We narrow it down to 2 choices. We get a couple samples so we can take it home and just put it down on the floor and just envision how it's gonna look. So we're headed back to go look at the lawn tractors, right? So as soon as we go outside, there's this guy sitting on one of them. And I'm looking like, oh God, is this guy gonna buy this freaking tractor? So then, and I'm glad it happened the way it did, because I ended up talking to the guy, we exchanged numbers and everything. He offered me a job. I mean, every time I talk to somebody and they have a good career going, they usually offer me a position. It always happens when I'm at Lowe's and Home Depot. People are always trying to hire me, which is great. Hey, that means I'm marketable. So, um, he's like, hey, I never owned a lawn tractor. Blah, blah. I was like, what are you using? That? He's like, I gotta walk behind. I was like, man, I'm telling you. You can't go wrong with that. Even he's a pretty big guy. He's like, I'm a pretty big guy. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna feel. I was like, trust me. Whichever one you go with, you're gonna be happy that you did because you will never walk behind your lawnmower ever again. And this is for everybody. If you, no matter what size your yard is, if you get you a riding lawnmower, lawn tractor, or garden tractor, or whatever you want to say it, you'll never want to walk behind another push mower again. And I have one that's self-propelled, so even though it's self-propelled, I'm lazy. I'll hop on that doggone rider in a minute. I don't care if it's a spot of grass this big. I'm going to ride it. Oh, okay, that's fine. So he's back there, and I'm on the big one. He's on one of the smaller ones, and they had two smaller ones. I think it's the T1 series, and I was on the T2 series. I don't know if they have a T3 series or not, but the thing is huge. It's got an adjustable seat. If you get off the tractor, it turns off. But I finally got it started. Figure out how to get it started. I couldn't get this thing to move at all. So finally, he looks over there. He's like, oh, he goes to the back, click, 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 and the darn thing. I hit the daggone accelerator. Or I hit the gas. This thing freaking takes off. I'm like, I get whiplash because it takes off so hard. And what's cool about this one is you got a pedal to push to go forward. You got a pedal, and if you raise your foot, that's the brake. And then you got the pedal that's right next to it to go backwards. So I don't have to do any kind of gear shifting or any of that. So that's cool, and that is also different from what I'm used to. Plus, it's so much bigger. Adjustable seat, and it's got this little button. I think it's a cruise control button, but I don't really know. I honestly do not know what that thing does. So I'll figure it out. So anyway, we go back there and we mess around with these tracks and everything. He can't figure out his track. I was like, let me hop on it real quick. He's like, well, what is this? So when I hit the thing, it takes off. I was like, okay, well, there you go. We figured it out. So he hops on his. He's driving his around. So he comes back and I was like, you made this decision? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. I said, cool. I think I'm gonna get this one. And he's like, you got a lot of yard to cut. I was like, well, right now I don't. I got a normal city lot, but I have a Craftsman that that I use to ride around and cut grass now. So trust me, you can't go wrong. And then honestly, for a city yard, that one's probably the smaller one's probably gonna be better because you're gonna be able to get up up closer anyway, as opposed to this one, the 50-inch. It's gonna be harder to get to the edges. But I was like, you can always use your weed eater. But then when I got on mine, and I'm saying mine, I hadn't bought it yet, but when I got on mine, this thing is almost like a zero turn because we're like on the one I have at my house, it'll turn and the wheels will go like maybe, I don't know, what's that, 45 degrees or whatever. These things almost turn completely in a circle. I mean, it's crazy how this machine maneuvers. So I was like, oh yeah, definitely. So anyway, long story short, I ended up purchasing it last night. Used my military discount, and very, very, very excited about having a new lawn tractor going to our new home. And it should be, and I didn't realize they would deliver. I didn't think they would deliver lawn tractors, but they do. So it's gonna be delivered tomorrow. So I finally found a tractor that's going to be comparable for where we're going and going to work for what we need. Now, if I find myself I need a hydraulic tractor or a bigger tractor, subcompact or whatever, I'm probably going to do my what my mom suggested and just rent one for a day or two, and that will be much cheaper than having a tractor sitting out there all the time and only using it once a month, once a quarter, and I'm paying $200, $300, $400 a month on a payment when I can take that one payment. Even if let's just say it costs me $800 to rent a tractor for 2 days. Hey, I can do all my tractor work in a couple days and bam, be over and done with. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And I was thinking last night because Jennifer and I, it seems to work out on Tuesday nights. We'll build us a little fire in the backyard and just sit out there and talk and everything. So she's like, "What you thinking about?" I said, "I'm thinking about the $8,000 to $10,000 we just saved by buying this lawn tractor instead of buying a big tractor." And this Craftsman is going to be more than enough for what we need it for. And eventually I may get the little catchment system so I can collect the grass and everything, because of course I'm gonna be composting and all that kind of stuff, and it will make it so much easier to just get the little $400 catcher or whatever. And plus with leaves, I don't think we'll have a whole bunch of problem with leaves, but it'd be so much easier just to put the little thing on the back of it, collect the doggone grass as I'm cutting, and then go put it in the composting pile. So things are coming together. I don't know if I had told you guys or not. I don't think. Oh yeah, if you watched the live Saturday, then you guys know how we got blessed with our new renter, our new tenant. I like to call them partners. Okay, we got blessed with a new partner that's going to be renting our house, and I believe they're going to work out. They want to be long term, and when I say long term, I'm talking about they want to be long term, like 10, 15, 20 year long term type renters. So that should work out for us. So everything is just coming together. But like I said early on, I'm tired. I'm getting burnt out, and because I'm doing so much, and because I'm doing so much at my house, I gotta take a break on something. I'm only human. Even though my wife calls me Superman, I can tell, hey, unit, I listen. So I don't know who else is like that, but I will tell you this: if you don't listen to your body will make you listen. Hi, Sir Rod. Hey, Miss Grace, checking in. I'm homeschooling now. Okay, sounds great. Glad you came in and checked in on us. What state are you in? And don't say state of emergency. It's in. Covered that, but the reason I gave like 3-4 reasons why I'm going dark. One of them being I'm just tired, I'm exhausted, and not that I'm not going to post, but I may just cut back on the lives. Everyone has an amazing day. It froze on me, so headed out. I don't know why it's cold in Minnesota already. That's one of the reasons why I can't move up north like that. It is so cold up in Minnesota. That area up there, it's cold. I'm still got on shorts right now. I left the house. The AC is on and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's far too cold. Excuse me. So I'm headed over to the office now. I got to do some paperwork, and then I'm gonna head to Hampton, which is gonna give me a drive. I may come back in and do another live. Here I'm talking about I'm going dark, and I'm talking about doing more lives. Then again, I probably won't, because I've been educating myself also on some technique and on this new business venture that I'm about to start. Because I'm gonna tell you guys this. Now this is a message I'm gonna leave for all of you all. Another reason why I'm going dark, I'm tired of the combative YouTube. Now, a lot of you guys love me, but there's certain people that hate me, or just hate what I say, or hate what I stand for. And I'm gonna tell you guys this: in this country, in this world, nothing matters if you're broke. That's it. Nothing matters if you're broke. And Jennifer and I have been to the point where we had some money, had a few dollars, and we've been homeless. And I'm gonna tell you this: when you are struggling financially, nobody's gonna pull you out. All right, listen to me. Nobody is gonna pull you out. You gotta pick yourself up by your bootstraps, and you gotta figure it out and do it yourself. All right. So I'm just telling you guys, and that's where my focus is right now. My focus is getting into this new house, and getting comfortable with where we are, and our expenses are about to increase. So hey, it is what it is. But you get what you pay for.